As much as I enjoy this game, I cannot send this game without saying the fact that Asobo Studios released this game damn near unplayable. This game was incredibly taxing on your console. My PC has a Ryzen 9 5900X with a 6950 XT downloaded on a 4th generation SSD. There is absolutely no way that this game should barely touch 60 FPS. It was incredibly unstable. Devs, if the game isn't 100% ready, please do not release it as an unfinished product.
We'll make it! Oh no! The tower! He's coming!
Ha! Bloody brambles.
I doubt the devs fooled anyone here. The level of predictability is unreal here. Try harder. Maybe this is reaching a bit too much, but isn't it too hot to wear all those clothes? They're even wearing scarves. Now how can you get scared when it's obvious no one else is around your perimeter? You need to be more aware of your surroundings.
I'd like to have a friend like him.
I know, but we'll settle down soon and you'll make friends.
You're sure?
As soon as we know how you're doing.
That could be a long time.
Not this time. This time is different, I know it.
You have no evidence that things will be fine from this moment on. You have been told that Hugo's ability is only getting worse. Adding false hope into Hugo's mind is just wrong. Just like the last game, the game will allow you to run when it feels like it. I would forgive it if it only happened once for Hugo's amusement, but since you will barely have the ability to fully sprint, it's just frustratingly annoying.
Hey!
What's going on?
How many of you are there?
Wait! We didn't mean to trespass. We fell here by accident. We'll leave if you show us how.
Lies!
I swear! I don't know what's happening here, but we have nothing to do with it.
Lies! You bloody thieves! I'll cut you to pieces!
Here's the problem with these people. They just came out of nowhere. They attacked the people that lived in this little area, which wasn't explained why. And nobody knows who they are. A little bit of information can go a long way.
You hear that, Remy? Are you with the thieves?
No, we just arrived. Listen, it's our fault if he was late.
You have no right to be here! Remy, you handle it. And don't disappoint me.
But the boy,
He's the right age to learn.
you shouldn't have come.
You don't want to do this, believe me.
You talk too much.
Doesn't make any sense that throughout the second half of the first game we saw Hugo control rats and make them devour people. Here the player doesn't get to see what I'm sure they very much wanted to see. Also, can someone explain to me why Hugo became unconscious when he should be experienced enough to control himself? It's especially sensible since later Hugo will be able to control an entire land of rats and won't be exhausted at all.
They know the macula very well. They've been studying it for centuries.
Yet they didn't come to help us in Requiem before we had to flee.
They didn't know the Inquisition would come after us. They are ready to welcome us now.
Funny that you say that since Vitalis himself said that he's been wanting the power of the macula for years, that he's been searching for the carrier. Nobody knew that one of the most powerful beings was looking for the deadliest ability for himself.
An argument and men were slaughtered. The younger brother witnessed it.
Oh, that's horrible. I hope you find the culprits.
Oh, I do too. The boys are my nephews.
Mother, we need to leave. Now.
Yes. Sorry, we still have quite the road ahead of us.
Hello.
We won't take long.
The boy! It's them! Come here!
No, wait! Amicia!
You! Get the cart! Oh, don't let her get away!
You're standing above Amicia. There's no reason why you can't see her. Check this out. This man super kicked Amicia and the entire ceiling fell on him. But when Amicia climbs up, there's still a platform to run on, reminding the player what game they're playing. Almost an hour later.
I can't believe we made it.
And I can't believe you brought the most dangerous weapon to this place. Yes, Hugo needs help because the macula in his blood is getting worse and worse. But bringing Hugo here will only cause so many innocent deaths. Beatrice, you should know better. She was pretty smart in the last game, but here, not so much.
The house is in the upper part of town. It has a phoenix weather vane.
Understood.
Yeah, that's a pristine and specific set of directions. Later when Hugo's tired and Amicia asks where Hugo's room is, this is what she said.
Mother,
Where's Hugo's room? He's exhausted.
Upstairs. The bed is ready.
By the looks of this place, I think we can all guess the bedrooms are upstairs.
Talk! I don't know him! I swear!
You piece of not good.
He has a helmet. I can't do anything.
You know, the most disgraceful thing a game can do is take away everything in the sequel. Amicia learned the mixture that disintegrates metal. The game implemented Alzheimer's for Amicia since she has to relearn techniques again.
They left a knife. It's stuck. Come on.
Amicia doesn't seem to have a pocket for that sharp knife. I guess she puts it in her right butt cheek. Okay, so the devs think this is going straight over our heads. Look at the height of this boardwalk. The fact that these two will come out of this unscathed is beyond me.
Those last months on the road. After all that happened in Requiem, Hugo was always worried that it would start all over again. But everything was so nice and quiet, and so I told him that maybe it was over, that the worst was behind.
We all hoped it was.
But what are we gonna tell him now? That the rats are back? That the bite has killed hundreds?
What did you guys expect? The blood in Hugo is literally killing him. The macula is still trying to get a hold of him. Deluding yourself to believing the rats weren't coming back is your own doing. As long as the carrier is alive, danger follows. This puzzle seems to be hundreds of years old. The fact that he turned these bell-like objects and the door made out of stone opens is very questionable. I would like to know how Amicia and Lucas got this man here safely. As you can see, everything was destroyed. Unless these three are professional climbers, I don't know how they managed to get here.
Oh, you must be joking.
The butcher's dump.
Hold on, were you not smelling all that rotting meat from like 5 feet away? It's too close not to be smelled.
Did they hurt you?
I'll survive. Thanks.
No thanks. You say you got this.
I'm going. I'll sneak in. I can do it.
If anything,
I will run. It's not my first time.
I don't know what's more sinful. The fact that a 15-year-old girl is literally killing tens of men marching at her, or the fact that these men are just mindlessly dropping to their deaths. One doesn't stop to think, wait, all I see is men dying in a straight line. Let me flank her or throw a spear from above.
I'll teach you to kill my men.
Instead of killing her for killing so many men, she was held in a jail cell.
you should sit down.
Oh, so that's all you have to say? Come on. You can do better than that. You have a whole garrison here, why don't you really let yourself go?
Stop.
No! Do you see the situation we're in? We were just supposed to get herbs. How do you think Hugo feels right now without them? How will he feel when his sister is
I
hanged?
made a mistake, right? I don't know what's happening to me, Luke.
A woman's #1 excuse when something isn't going their way.
I feel my mind going.
Yes, because this world hurts. And it keeps hurting. And you want to hurt it back. But it's a fight you cannot win, Amicia. You are not them. You are a Darun.
And what do you think that's supposed to mean? Her father was an excellent warrior who killed many people. Her mother is a professional alchemist who will take out anyone who's in her way.
That's us. Listen. This thing works with fire. I'll tell you when I'm ready.
So you waited until now to show her a new technique. Could have showed her this before leaving the house, but no. It needs to be shown at the most convenient time.
He doesn't deserve this. I'm taking him out
A
of this.
carrier reaching the last threshold is a very rare event. A critical one. Of course, from now on, we need to isolate him. The Order has special buildings.
You want to lock him away?
Do you know what your brother is capable of? He will do much worse.
Hey! He's a child! This is not his fault!
Get out of your emotions for a second and look at what happens when your brother has a seizure. Look at what happens when he gets emotional. It's not his fault, but innocent people shouldn't be devoured by rats because of the macula.
The law is the law.
Let us pass! you'll regret it.
You're threatening a soldier of the army of Provence?
I am. This is too important.
Wait. In the outskirts, our men got attacked by a girl and a boy. You escaped.
You're just now figuring that out? For the past 10 minutes, you three worked together to free yourselves from being devoured by rats. You couldn't put two and two together at that point?
No, run, all of you!
Oh no, Amicia, just stay there. It's not like the rats won't eat you or anything like that.
We need to get him to safety, Amicia.
You want to lock him away again. It's not the same thing.
You've seen what happens. The Order has people and equipment. They know how to handle this.
This happened because of what you and this Vonda did to Hugo. Mother, shutting him away and keeping up with this torture will kill him. He's a child. He's a victim of all this too.
He's my child. We are not enemies, Amicia. I know you love Hugo dearly, and I know you two share a bond that I cannot truly understand. But you need to open your eyes. What happened back there will happen again.
You're right. You just don't understand.
Well, neither do you. Not yet, at least. But, Beatrice, what's with the change of heart all of a sudden? Didn't you tell Hugo that he has a gift?
So, that's my disease.
You're not sick, Hugo. It's a gift.
It seems to me that gift is more of a curse.
Look, there's a lot of debris stuck under the hull. Do we pull it out?
That would take too long. Maybe we can just push it?
Well, let's try.
Ready?
Yes.
Then push!
Sorry, but this boat should be way too heavy for these two to push it off this rocky platform.
So many dead. They didn't deserve this.
It's a tragedy. I never thought that...
It's too late for that. But this island, Hugo says it will fix all this. So it will.
How?
The question is where? We have to find it.
What about your mother?
I don't care. But you will have to pick a side.
She's... my magistrar.
Yeah, talk about selfishness. Lucas has done nothing but help you and saved you in every convenient time. This is how you repay him, forcing him to choose between you and Hugo or his teacher? If you ask me, how many times did you almost get him killed? For his sake, staying with Beatrice is the smartest thing he can do. What was the body stuck on? There's nothing on the other side of the body could have fit through.
Come inside! They got us! I must free the boat!
Enough! They'll kill you!
Beatrice, you're a smart woman. What will that little room do? Delay the inevitable? She goes inside the room, you're all dead. Gotta love how the game places that random boat just so you can defend yourself. A rock? Really? You just killed someone with a knife. You mean to tell me you didn't pull that knife and kept it? This is the power of plot. When the game decides to make the character irrational and illogical, it will.
I'm here. Now show me how you fight.
Amicia, why are you running? You were shouting for the leader a couple minutes ago. Were you not?
Where's your leader? Where's this Arno? Come face me!
You won't die, will you?
No. Come back! We did it first time! What are you doing? Amicia! Amicia, what are you doing? What are you doing?
Beatrice, what are you doing? If I'm on a moving boat and my kids are on the shore, I will throw Lucas off that boat and jump off to go to my kids. I'll be damned if I leave my kids alone. Oh no, just kick her when you're trying to kill her. I guess the axe you have is of no use, so this is very convenient. Here the game automatically goes to Hugo's ability to control the rats. But when it doesn't call for it, it'll have a limit like before. It's a sin because you can last long, but not so much when you choose this option. Do these people not see these rats? I don't understand.
I know where your island is. All you must do is keep me alive until we get there.
Amicia, come! Come and see!
I'm coming! Be very careful. This is a constant reminder that I should kill you.
Look, Amicia has had a couple of intense moments, but this right here, you can feel she plays no games.
The child who protects his sacred land.
It's him.
From the rats of disease and war.
The rats?
No, wait!
Hey, what are you doing? Oh.
It's because it's the Count, Amicia.
We had a deal. Call your rats.
Wait, what? That was your deal? You saved me so he would murder the Count for you?
You survived. That comes with a price.
No! You don't take advantage of a child and call it a deal, Honor!
Okay, there's a couple things wrong here. Amicia, what did you expect? He said he needed the rats.
It's just a matter of time before they get me.
So you're running away?
Yes. The noose is tight already, but you have something I don't.
Rats.
Also, Arnold, what did you expect? That you were going to lead Hugo to Lacuna and have him unleash a swarm of rats to kill someone he's never met? Did you forget he's only 5 years old? Did you not think that these innocent people would get devoured by rats as well?
No! You fucking traitor!
You did this to yourself!
So this is his army? A girl and a boy?
No, wait! Victor, stop!
Saving the here at the nick of time cliche. Seriously, you come now when your husband told everyone you're not here at the moment?
Emily, your priestess, she will be here soon.
Also, Victor, how can you think a teenage girl and a little boy is Arnold's army when you clearly heard Amicia going against Arnold not too long ago?
This is too much.
Nonsense. You're our guests. There's a good dinner being cooked.
A real dinner, Amicia.
Shh. Oh, we'll need to get you some new clothes. It looks like you had a long journey.
Are you going to kill Arno?
Hugo.
He will be judged. All those who do bad things are, and he did a lot. But you will have the chance to testify if you wish to do so.
Ah yes, because 2 kids traveling with Arnold will be enough to save him. Oh, so let's see what's going on here. 2 random kids that have nowhere to go were saved by the Countess. The Countess explained how things grow very comfortably here.
You see those plants? Most of them are not from here, but we managed to make them grow anyway.
Then was brought to their rooms with a soothing welcome along with food and new clothes. Something about this was uncomfortably off. There's a very important quote that goes as if it's too good to be true, it ain't true.
Oh, a bird!
You're right. Is it the one from your dream?
Almost. It's funny. It looks like it's looking at something.
It's a statue. How can a 5-year-old see that? It's not even the bird from his dream. Very convenient that there's a hole in the roof that shows the breakable chain. I can't make this video without giving it the credit it deserves. The game is absolutely beautiful. The physics are definitely a step above innocent. Maybe this is something other developers should know.
They did that, the bastards.
You have to be kidding me. How did you not see her? She's raising her arm right in front of you. Also, reflecting light to transfer heat doesn't light things on fire that quickly.
What do you think? Bold, but believable.
Are we dressing up?
So you're going to tell me there were clothes that perfectly fit Amicia, Sophia, and Hugo? Right. Of course you are. Oh, what a surprise. The 2 most welcoming and most elegant couples are as evil as someone can be, participating in a ritual that looks like Illuminati sacrificing a small portion of the living.
Hey, come see. That's his throne. And this, I think, is his name.
Basil?
He was a carrier just like you. You're not the only one. That's why you dreamt of all this. Something called you here.
Yeah, and that unfortunately has never been explained. Who or what called Hugo to this place? Why did it call him to this place? It's not to stop the Immaculate because that's not happening.
Hey, something's wrong?
I'm sure they hurt him too.
Hey, I know things aren't turning out the way you expected, but...
Nothing ever changes, Amicia.
But Alia wouldn't let them hurt him, right?
This was hundreds of years before you 2 were even born. How was he supposed to know that?
Yes.
Is it going to work?
Hopefully.
Okay, so apparently Amicia has the strength of an ox. Need I remind you that she is a 15-year-old girl? It's not like Amicia is the reincarnation of Basilia's protector.
Do you see any way out of this? With them around, I don't... Maybe. But it's going to be... no matter. Now, either it works, or I'm dead. I can't believe I'm doing this. That thing is amazing.
Unless that's some magical crystal, I don't see how it's reflecting so much light.
She's angry. Scared for the carrier. He's so young. She wants him back. She knows where they took him.
I would like an explanation on how Amicia came to that conclusion about the Protector and Carrier before Amicia and Hugo. She's able to see all that just by looking at the symbol of the Order carved on dirt. Here's another segment of the game where Amicia takes on tens of men protected with armor and are using heavy weapons with a slingshot. There's just so much I can take. Take a look at how this guy throws that spear. Look at that direction he's facing. Yet the spear hits me.
Ending this, Hugo, alright?
Yes, you are. Yes, you are.
Stay back, alright? Ready? Push.
Oh, absolutely. Two people pushing a giant pillar that weighs probably thousands of pounds, hundreds minimum.
Yes, just keep your head down.
These barrels have been here for the past hundreds of years and they're still able to explode.
This is why they built all this. They were always afraid. They left a child to die. He unleashed the rats. They tore through their walls. They couldn't stop them. It started here.
What?
The Justinian plague.
Okay, so you just figured this out now. You see these eggs moving like they're about to burst and for some reason you're all still here. Let's talk about the Protectors and Carriers. How does it work? I mean, how did Hugo end up being born with the macula in his blood? That was never explained. Basilius and Aelia died around 700 years before Hugo and Amicia. Is it reincarnation? Is it destiny? It was not explained why Amicia and Hugo are in the same predicament as Aelia and Basilius.
Amicia. She failed, Sophia. I know.
It's unfair. When I die,
You won't die.
I will also kill them all.
No, Hugo. He wasn't meant to die. When they took him from his protector, he lost hope. So he gave in to the macula and condemned them all.
And he was right.
No, but if one word from her had reached him, he would have known he wasn't alone. He would have lived and spared millions. Do you understand? You won't die. I'm here for you. And I will give you the life you deserve. A life without fight.
That's a nice speech and all, but how do you plan on doing that? You guys are being attacked everywhere you go. What if something happens to you? Hugo gets emotional and innocent people die because of it. Imagine what would happen if you died.
Mummy!
You're here.
My God, you're alive. Mother, come here. Please, come here.
Mother.
How are you? Your head.
It's fine, don't worry. How did you find us?
You left quite a trail behind you.
That doesn't explain anything. How did you get to Lacuna? Arno said there's a 10-mile distance between the place that you last saw your children and here.
More felons.
Jess, get used to it. This is your life now, so if you want to get to Lacuna after the mess you've made, it's that boat or a 10-mile fucking swim.
Magister Vaudin said Hugo is condemned. But this is what the Order believes, based on their mistake in the past with Basilius. If he'd had his protector, like Hugo has us, I'm almost sure nothing would have happened.
Well, if you really believe that, let's go back to the very beginning of the game. What happened here? Nobody attacked Hugo. The boy was having a seizure and accidentally destroyed the whole city.
Emily wants the boy, Amicia. I'm sorry, but she is sure now.
Sure about what?
That your brother is the child of Embers. She must have him, so you must die.
No, listen! You are all completely wrong about this! Your cult, everything!
You're probably right. Because I invented most of it. And I did it for her.
What?
Your wife had a horrible childhood which led her to be a horrible, insane person, brainwashing her to believe she can have children after she tried to kill herself by poisoning herself, which only led to the death of her baby and her ability to have children. And here you are, making up a whole Illuminati event, killing innocent children to appease her. You have reached a new level beyond simp. Your life is as pointless as your death, killed by a 15-year-old girl and her slingshot.
Hugo!
You mind explaining to me why you stopped beating him with that? He did try to kill you.
You never fight to defend yourself. Fight to kill, to conquer.
Whatever! You're still a coward!
Who do you think you are to defy me?
I'm Amicia Darun!
Got sliced 3 times, 1 in the face, 1 in the stomach, and 1 on the right side of the hip. Yet she will not lose any blood, nor will she die. Amicia seems to have Deadpool's regeneration abilities. Hugo was not supposed to see this. He was supposed to be kept away from seeing his family being slaughtered, yet there were no guards preventing that.
Emily?
Oh, my baby boy. You should get back to bed.
Hugo...
You killed her. No. I'll take you back to bed. Victor, take him back, will you?
At this moment, I knew they all faced death right at the face, but the builder was executed excellently. -1 cent.
Sire, we can't stay here. We'll get her from inside.
It's you. It's you. I knew it.
Emily, I'll come get you.
No. What are you doing?
You just killed his mother. Are you really surprised?
Are you alright?
Oh yeah, she's fine. She just saw her mother get her throat slit right in front of her, is currently losing her brother, got sliced up like a Christmas turkey, and had to put her shoulder back in place. She's perfectly fine. How are you?
Why do we still want the child? He'll be the end of us. He ruined everything.
This happened because he's under the influence of that defiler girl.
Correction. He'll be like this with or without that girl you speak of. This was all because of that delusional woman you take orders from. It's seriously unbelievable that Arnold's still alive. It makes no sense. There is no one here except for Victor's men. Why are they doing an execution as if this is in the public? Why not just kill Arnold and get it over with?
Throw some cargo overboard!
On it! Ha! Give me a hand, Amicia!
Coming!
Amicia, you're already there. What do you mean?
Come, Amicia! Stay inside!
Shoot!
No!
Amicia gets shot by an arrow and survives. Why is this a sin? Well, not only that it hit a fatal spot, but when you shoot someone with a bow, 100% of the time, it will take 1 shot to instantly kill anyone.
You killed her!
Hugo, come with me! Hugo, come here!
Sorry, child. The rats can't help you here.
No!
Such a fragile little thing.
All right, you've won. Don't hurt him.
Hurt him? He's Emily's son. My son.
Wait, hold on now. Why are you deluding yourself? You explained to Amicia that you made up that lie about the carrot being Emily's child.
No, listen! You are all completely wrong about this! Your cult, everything!
You're probably right. Because I invented most of it.
I really want to know what's this delusion about.
No. I owe this to Emily. With her, I tried so hard to believe this world wasn't just blood and war. That I could throw a blanket over these flames.
And you think Hugo is that blanket? Did you not see what happened to your island because Hugo lost control? Did you not lose your satanic wife because of your sadistic deeds? What will happen when Hugo wakes up in your home?
Whatever you're planning with him, it won't work. He will destroy you.
He'll destroy what I tell him to.
Yeah, and that went very well with your wife. This man's demise was so obvious.
You can stop shouting.
Sorry, Please, don't... No!
It's the right time. And you gave me quite the last run. He's a great boy. And you...
I know.
You...
Okay, so Missy killed Victor. Arnold dies. Where are Victor's men? If you look here, you can see there's a bunch of them.
Run! Something terrible's happened in the city!
What? What happened?
Well, if you look up at the sky, you can see it's very dusty, which isn't a good thing. It's hard to see, so forget about seeing far. Hugo gave himself to the macula, so there's that. This is the only time we actually get to try this weapon. But let's not forget, this weapon has unlimited ammo. How? Where's the gas that's powering this much fire? So one of my biggest questions is, do rats automatically die when the carrier of the macula gets killed? Basilis died and the macula didn't die. We even see that the macula didn't die after Hugo. How is the macula passed on? 2 games and it's not explained. Oh nah, devs. That short hair really doesn't do Amicia any good. Let her have long hair for the next game. Looks like she's confused with her own gender. Trust me, this was super obvious. Now I can't tell if this is Hugo's arm or a baby's arm. But since it's covered in a blanket, I'm going to guess Hugo is coming back. But this was still very predictable.
You are not in charge. I am the one in charge. You obey me. Hear me? You obey me.
Are you all right?
Is that a joke?
I'm sorry.
Sam? What's going on, Lambert? I broke the news when I pulled him out of Iceland. He didn't take it well. Nobody would. Losing their own flesh and blood. And he'd never be the same again.
Grim, let me remind you I'm out of the game.
You're not out. All it took was one hint about her. Only one hint about Sarah and you dove right back in.
I thought you were dead. They told me you were dead.
You murdered her, Williams.
She was a target. You lost your perspective.
You are going to pay.
Really? You won't be the one to collect.
See you in hell. So tell me about Sarah, Grim. Tell me why you lied to me.